105 positive times negative is negative. So we have 105 minus 52.5 is 52.5 is the same. Welcome back to my channel. For this video, I will discuss geometric series or the sum of finite and infinite geometric sequence for grade 10 mathematics. Kung bago ka lang sa aking channel, mag-subscribe ka na para tuloy-tuloy ang iyong pag-aaral. All levels ng high school mathematics ang inia-upload ko dito. Let us first discuss the sum of finite geometric sequence. Its formula, S of n equals a sub 1 quantity 1 minus r to the n over 1 minus r, where S of n is the sum of the terms, a sub 1 is the first term, n equals the number of terms, and r is the common ratio. In this time, r is not equal to 1. Example 1, find the sum of the geometric series 80, negative 40, 20, negative 10, 5, and negative 5 halves. To identify the given, a sub 1 or the first term equals 80, n or the number of terms equals 6, r or the common ratio is negative 1 half. Negative 1 half is came from negative 40 divided by 80, common is 40. That's why we have negative 1 half. And the missing is S of n. To solve problem number 1, let us start on our formula, which is S of n equals a sub 1 quantity 1 minus r to the n all over 1 minus r. By substitution, the first term is 80, quantity 1 minus our r is negative 1 half raised to the 6 all over 1 minus negative 1 half equals 80, 1 minus negative 1 half to the 6 is 1 over 64. Negative times negative is positive 1 half equals 80, 1 minus 1 over 64 is equal to 64 is our LCD. 64 times 1 is 64. 64 divided by 64 is 1 times 1 is 1 all over 1 and 1 half equals 80. 64 minus 1 is 63 over 64. 2 times 1 is 2, so we have 3 halves. If we will rename, 1 and 1 half rename is 3 halves. To continue, cancel 80 and 64. Common divisor is 16. 80 divided by 16 is 5. 64 divided by 16 is 4. So we have 5 times 63 all over 4 divided by 3 halves. To multiply or to divide fractions, we have 5 times 63 all over 4. From division, proceed to multiplication, get the reciprocal. So we have 2/3. Cancel 2 and 4, we have 2 here. 5 times 63 is equal to 315. 2 times 3 equals 6. 315 all over 6 is equal to 105 all over 2 or 52.5. So our S of 6 is equal to 52.5. To check if the formula is correct, we have 80 plus 20 plus 5 plus negative 40, negative 10, negative 5 halves. 80 plus 40 plus 5 is 105 plus negative 40, negative 10 is negative 50, negative 5 halves is 2.5, so we have negative 52.5. 105 positive times negative is negative, so we have 105 minus 52.5 is 52.5 is the same. Example 2, consider the geometric sequence 2, 6, 18, 54, and so on. What is the sum of the first 8 terms? To identify the given, a sub 1 or first term equals 2. The number of terms n equals 8, r equals 3 coming from dividing 6 by 2. And we are looking for s sub n or the sum of the first 8 terms. To solve problem number 2, let us again start on the formula. S sub n equals a sub 1 quantity 1 minus r to the n all over 1 minus r. By substitution, we have s sub 8 equals a sub 1 is 2, 1 minus r is 3 to the 8 all over 1 minus 3 equals 2, 1, 3 to the 8 is equal to 6,561 all over 1 minus 3 is negative 2. 2, 1 minus 6561 is equal to negative 6560 all over negative 2. 2 is cancel. Negative times negative, so we have 6,560, and that is now the sum of the 8 terms of the geometric series. Example number 3. Given the geometric sequence 625, 125, 25, and so on, what is the sum of the first 6 terms? The givens are a sub 1 equals 625, n equals 6, r equals 1/5, and s sub n or s sub 6 is unknown. To solve problem number 3, we have s sub 6 equals a sub 1 is 625 times 1 minus our r is 1/5 raised to the 6th all over 1 minus 1/5 equals 625. 1 minus 1/5 to the 6 is equal to 1 over 15,625. 1 minus 1/5, 5 is the LCD, 5 times 1 is 5, 5 divided by 5 is 1 times 1 is 1, equals 625 our LCD is 15,625 times 1 is 15,625 minus by 1, 1 all over 4/5. To continue, 625 times 15,625 minus 1 is 15,624 all over 15,625 over 4/5. Cancel 625 is the common divisor, so we have 1. 15,625 divided by 625 is 25 equals 15,624 over 25 over 4/5. To divide fractions, copy 15,624 over 25. From division, proceed to multiplication, get the reciprocal. 4/5 will become 5/4. Cancel 25 and 5, we have 5 here. Cancel 15,624 by 4, so we have 3,906. So remained is 3,906 all over 5. If we will use the calculator to divide, it is equivalent to 781.2. So our S of 6 or sum of the 6 terms is equal to 781.2. In fraction form, it is 3,906 over 5. Let us also discuss the sum of infinite geometric sequence. Its formula, S of n equals a sub 1 over 1 minus r, where a sub 1 is the first term, r is the common ratio, r is less than 1. Example 1 for the sum of an infinite sequence. What is the sum of geometric sequence 3 over 10, 3 over 100, 3 over 1000, and so on and so forth? For our given, a sub 1 or the first term is 3 over 10, common ratio is equal to 1 over 10. And it is came from dividing 3 over 100 by 3 over 10. To divide, copy 3 over 100. From division, proceed to multiplication. Get the reciprocal of the divisor. So 3 will become denominator and 10 will become numerator. Cancel 3 and cancel 10 over 100. We have 10 on the denominator. So we have 1 over 10. To solve for the sum of the infinite sequence, we have the formula S of n equals a sub 1 over 1 minus r. By substitution, the first term is 3 over 10. 1 minus r is 1 over 10. 3 over 10, copy. LCD is 10. 10 divided by 1 is 10 times 1 is 10. 10 divided by 10 is 1 times 1 is 1. So we have 3 over 10. 10 minus 1 is 9 over 10. Again, to divide fractions, we have 3 over 10. From division, proceed to multiplication. Get the reciprocal. 9 over 10 will become 10 over 9. Cancel 10. Cancel 3 and 9. Common divisor is 3. So we have 3. So therefore, the sum of the infinite sequence is 1/3. Example 2. What is the sum of geometric sequence 1/2, 1/3, 2/9 up to infinity? Our givens are a sub 1 equals 1/2 and our common ratio or r is equal to 2/3. 2/3 came from 1/3 divided by 1/2 equals 1/3. From division, proceed to multiplication. Get the reciprocal of 1/2, which is equal to 2 over 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 3 times 1 is 1. That's why we have 2/3. To solve for the sum of the second infinite sequence, we will use the same formula. And by substitution, a sub 1 is equal to 1/2 over 1 minus our r is 2/3 equals 1/2. Our LCD is 3. 3 divided by 1 is 3 times 1 is, we have 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1 times 2 is minus 2. Again, copy. 1/2. 3 minus 2 is 1. 1/3. Again, to divide fractions, copy 1/2 or the divisor, or the dividend, I mean. 1/2 from division, proceed to multiplication, get the reciprocal, which is 3 over 1. So we have the sum of the infinite sequence 3 times. Muli, kung nagustuhan mo at nakatulong sa iyo ang video na ito, please like. At pakishare mo na rin para makatulong din tayo sa iba.